Hello and welcome to XRDoc Talk, our weekly discussion about WebXR, FrameVR, and the XRDoc world, where I will be covering any new updates, reviewing features, as well as opening up a HyperDoc or a choice board and making some comparisons and showing some ideas about ways to import those into the immersive WebXR world via FrameVR. This week's focus is going to be on the EMBED feature. This is the feature that distinguishes FrameVR from all the other tools that are out there, and it allows you to make that leap from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0. So let's get into it. We have three different apps here, and all three of them can be embedded into a FrameVR experience. So I'm going to start here with Padlet, and almost all third-party apps have some type of share button, and in the Padlet in the upper right-hand corner, and when I click on that, there are several options under share. And if you see any place where you see this little brackets with a / in the middle, that stands for embed. Now, when I click on embed, I get, for Padlet, I get a ton of options. You might think, oh, copy Padlet embed code. That's not entirely true. Hidden inside of here is the actual website, and that's all that we need. So you're going to look for the HTTPS, and it's going to finish with quotations somewhere. Sometimes it's long, sometimes it's short. So that's all that we need. So if I copy that set of text, come back to my frame environment, and I want this text box, Padlet, to link to it. So I'm going to switch to edit mode. I'm going to switch to edit mode, click on Padlet, and over in the lower left-hand corner, it says add a link. Second choice down is web link, and I'm going to paste it in. Now there are several options. Same tab means when the user clicks on it, they're going to leave Frame and Padlet will load. We don't want that. New tab would be what you are familiar with most websites, including HyperDocs, where the user will be opening up another tab and leaving this current environment. That's not what we want. We want the embed overlay down at the bottom. Click on save, and we're good to go. I'm going to hold off on testing them here for a moment, and I'm going to show you the difference between a Padlet and another app such as Learning Apps. If you have never heard of Learning Apps, it's at learningapps.org. It's a fantastic website that allows you to easily create an interactive app. I think that they have 17 or 20 different options, fill in the blank, multiple choice, drag and drop. This particular one is a drag and drop learning experience around World War I weapons and machineries. Now, down here in the lower corner, I have several options. I have link, just a regular link. Then I have that embed again, and you'll notice that it is very long, and we don't want all of that. We would only grab the link in between the quotation marks. Now, in this particular example, through my testing, it actually works either way. So I'm going to click on the link, copy it, come back to Frame, click on Learning Apps, lower left-hand corner, web link, paste it in, click on embed, and when you hit save, you are going to either get an alert in yellow text saying embed is not available for this website, or it will just, the save button will go away. If the save button goes away, then you're in good shape. Our third example is Google Slides. I have this Google slide of a HyperDoc around the book Stella Diaz Has Something to Say. And if you are familiar with Google Slides, there are several options to copy this link up at the top URL. And at the end, there is always a keyword that defines how that Google slide is going to be displayed. And we want to copy the URL. Actually, I'm going to do it up here in the browser because it's a little easier than doing it on Frame. And I'm going to type in the word preview, change the word edit to the word preview, and hit enter. And you'll notice that now I have the slideshow without any of the other material, which is all you're going to get with Google Slides. Copy that, click that, go back to Frame, click on Google Slides, add a link, web link, paste it in, embed, and save. If I click out of edit mode, now when the users are in this 360 immersive environment and they click on Padlet, they're going to get a pop-up saying, do you want to open this in a small overlay? Yes, I do. There I have the ability to interact with my Padlet, and I'm still in my 360 environment. Learning Apps, get the alert. So in this particular one, this one's interactive. So trench warfare, drag that on top of there, and it goes away. When you match things correctly, they go away. And if they do not, if I drag that onto tank, you get a wrong answer. Learning Apps is a great app, and it's free. Lastly, if I click on Google Slides, I get the link, and the pop-up, And here I have the ability to only view the Google slide. You do not have the ability to do the editing that you would have if they were working within Google Slides. So let's take this a little bit further, and each week on XRDoc Talk, I am going to examine an existing HyperDoc and talk about some ways that it could be upgraded and imported into the XRDoc format. So here we have a Google Slide HyperDoc on the compromises of the Constitutional Convention. And this particular person tried to add some flavor to it by putting in animated GIFs so that there's some movement, but it's pretty traditional HyperDoc. So I went to skyboxblockade.labs.com, or within FrameVR, you can also access that as long as you have one of their paid versions. But you can go to Skybox Blockade Labs and you can download 5 360-degree photos for free that you could import into Frame. And so what I did here is I got a generative AI photo of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. I'm sorry, not the Declaration, the Constitutional Convention. And, as with anything else with generative AI, if you look closely, the flags are a little bit off and the faces are a mess. But in general, this is a better environment, more immersive environment to match the scene and the feeling that we're trying to teach, which is the Constitutional Convention. If we go back here to the original and we go down to this page, you have the issue number 1 was representation. We have the Virginia plan. When you click on that and click on the link, you are brought to another tab. And now my user, my learner, has left the original tab and they're reading about the Virginia plan. But this is just a Google Doc. There's nothing special about that. So what I did was I brought those URLs using that same embed feature that we just talked about. And now when you click on, first of all, I brought in a PNG photo of Virginia, and I created that as the hyperlink. And now my user can look at the Virginia plan, read it, still be interacting with the environment. And I have not done the New Jersey yet, so let's do that together. Again, if I copy this URL as is, and I don't change the end from edit to preview, let's see what happens. If I go to web link, paste it in as is, choose embed overlay and hit save. Okay, it appears like it worked. So let's see what happens. And the difference here is now I am in Google Docs with all of the tools like the outline and the file view edit, etc. And because I'm logged into Google, I'm able to do that. If the user doesn't have access to Google or is not logged in, then the edit option would not work. So that's why it is always advisable when you are using Google Docs, Slides, Sheets within a FrameVR XRDoc environment. Go back here, come to the URL, go to the end, change that from edit. I think you can do view as well. Let's test that out. It's either view, no, view also has the issue with being logged into Google. So if we click here, go to the end, change that to preview, and we still get that same result. So there you have it. XRDoc's talk around embed. If this information is valuable to you and you got something out of it, please like and subscribe to the video. I'm going to be doing this once a week at least, and I'm also going to be uploading all of these files as well as more information to my XRDocs community. You can find that by going to www.xrtoolsfored.com and following the links there. Thanks for listening. Have a great week. See you next week.